Good morning, everybody. Beautiful May morning. It's a little cloudy right now, but the sun's supposed to start poking through here in a little bit. So today I decided we're just going to start cutting hay. I need to go ahead and get that cut. Need to go ahead and start baling and whatnot. I'm going to be bringing some cows over probably next month. Um, so I just need to get prepared. Have not sown or planted the soybean yet, and I'll drive by there and show you guys here in just a minute. Corn's peeking. Well, it's doing more than peeking through. I mean, it is. It is really coming on. My fertile soil here in North Carolina. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys along on cutting hay. I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna grab the drone, and we'll get to it. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Got the drone, finished my coffee. All right. So we're going to be cutting my field down there by the barn. And then also this one here. This belongs to Bob up there, Bob Cunningham, my neighbor. And he said I could go ahead and cut it. I'm going to cut this on halves, though. Um, so half of it I'll keep, and the other half I'll store in his barn up there for his horses. Which is nice of him. I was talking to him the other day. I was telling him what I was going to be doing, and he told me I was more than welcome to that. He would just like to have some to keep feeding his horses. Sometime this week, I've got some guys coming over. They're going to be looking at putting in some solar. So I think that's what we're going to do is do solar. Try to stay. I'm not going to say we're going to be off grid or anything like that, but the least I can rely on other people, better off I am. So, so yeah, take a look at this, guys. I mean, this is crazy. Um, Corn really popping up. Um, this is May. This is May. It's just unreal to me. I do have some weeds coming through, so I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Not real for sure yet. I don't know whether it's hard to buy stuff right now. I've been looking for a seeder or a planter or something that I can plant the soybeans. I'm just not finding anything, and I don't know. I'm not real keen on planting with that 2 row planter that entire field. I probably could. I just don't know if my mind will take it. But I've done some calling around, and I actually talked with Mr. Jackson, the grandfather, um, and he is going to actually let me borrow their setup to plant this year, at least over there. So that'll be good. I'm not for sure exactly what he has. He said he'll bring it over in the next couple of days. So I guess we'll see when it gets here. But I'm assuming it's probably something, fairly large, mid range, something like that. So I'm excited to see what's going on, and maybe I can finally get that planted. Um, he's bought a couple more horses. He's got them back there in that back field. So I don't know. I haven't talked to him about that. I just saw him bringing them in the other day, and I didn't want to ask him. I don't know if they're rescues. or if it's something else that he's doing with his daughter for the barrel racing or not. So we'll get in here, get the tractor fired up. Open. She fired right up. Sold International. It does pretty good. Hopefully I can get this out of here fairly easily. I put it in here before putting the tedder in, so we'll have to see. Oh, I need back way on. And I don't want to have to move that. Well, you got much of a choice, I don't think. I don't want to get into it. I ain't gonna worry about hooking all that up. If it's raised up. Mark it over here for right now. All right. See if I can get this thing out of here. Alrighty. I know the pH is off on this, like we talked before. I think I'm going to plow it all under. Probably not this year, just because I need whatever hay I can get a hold of right now. But, this is the first time using this, so I hope it works. Seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I think that'll do all right. Make an outside round here, and then I'll throw the drone up, and we'll get started. Yeah, somebody commented in the last video that I needed. I could probably just find a good cedar, and you know, that's actually pretty good. Wow, uh, pretty good idea. Except I just can't find anything right now. Uh, Anything in my price range. I mean, and I don't need anything huge for certain. You know, I'm small time in comparison. So, but with Mr. Jackson allowing me to utilize his setup at least for this year, will give me a year to where I can find something. Plus, you know, it also gives me the opportunity to just see if this is what I want to do. Chances are I probably will, you know, diversified income and all. Um, it's not doing too bad. But yeah, a cedar would be good. That way I can, you know, plant wheat or oats or something else as well. You know, if I don't plan on, because I can plant soybean with a cedar. It's hard. Well, you can't do corn because you got to do it in rows, obviously. Um, but yeah, I could use the small planter, you know, to plant corn, just not. Oh, that's. Didn't need to get that close. So yeah, anyways, I could plant corn with my little corn planter and then use the cedar for everything else pretty much. If I decide to do, you know, sunflowers, I can use the corn planter as well. So I think that's what I'm going to be looking for is a cedar instead of a bigger planter. So anywho, I'm gonna get the drone out here and put it up in the air. That way, you guys can watch me do that versus listen to me jabberjawing all the time. Well, just got a phone call from Freddie, Mr. Jackson. He said they're almost here with the equipment, so perfect timing if you ask me. Oh, yeah. I'll let them get pulled in there. Well, looks like we got a case. Wow. And a Kinsey planter. Nice. Alrighty. Um, I know Mr. Jackson's not a big fan of the camera, so I'm gonna bounce off of here real quick and talk to him. Well, there they go. Him and his granddaughter. She drove that out here, which was, well, I need to stop right there. But anyways, I didn't realize he had a granddaughter. Of course, I don't know that much about him. But anyways, yeah, this is it. Um, case 240, Puma, and a Kinsey 3600. So he said everything's clean on it. The boxes are clean. He's already got the soybean um, meters in there. So all I got to do is fill it up and go. So it does not have fertilizer on here, which, well, for soybean, don't really need it anyway. So yeah, it's good. It's actually perfect. So he kind of gave me a quick rundown on how to unfold it. So seems pretty simple. So most of it is controlled by computers nowadays anyway. So I think I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna fix me some lunch, eat me a sandwich, and we might get started on planting. Still got some hay to cut, but that can wait for another day. I want to go ahead and try to get this planted while I got it, and that way they can get it back. Um, when they're ready for it or when he wants to come and get it. So, all right, I'm gonna grab some lunch and be right back. All right, got me a bologna sandwich, cheese, and a little bit of lettuce and tomato on there. Pretty good. All right, let's fire this thing up. A lot quieter than that international. But what the heck? Case puts a mirror so I can see where I'm going when I'm looking backwards. That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. John Deere, come on. What's up with that? How can you let Case come up with something like that? Wow. I might want to eat my words on that one because John Deere may have come up with it first and decided it was a safety hazard. I don't know. But, anyways, that's cool. All righty. So, all right. Let me go ahead and unfold this. Oh, yep, working. I always thought these were the neatest things. That is so cool. All right. Back up over here. Load all these boxes up with seed. get started. Oh, there we go. Put every bit of that pallet in there. Maybe too much seed, may not be enough seed. If it's not enough, then hopefully I can get a few more bags from down there at the Tractor Supply. So we'll get these boxes closed up and we'll get on our way. All right, there we are. See what we can do here. All right. It's just so cool, that mirror. Guess we'll just start over right over here. Good thing about planting soybean or wheat or anything like that, because you use a grain head or a draper head, you don't have to have your rows nice and straight. So turn it on. There we go. Wow, this ground's bumpy. Ground is bumpy. Let's see, he doesn't run GPS, so this is going to be, well, old school. I mean, of course, I did that over there, old school, so it's not going to be that far out. Try to stay out of the grass. Having the smaller fields would probably been better with that little planter. May have been the reason why it was done like that before, but oh well, live and learn. Well, got that done. We'll park it up here and let Freddie know that I'm done with it. Probably gonna surprise him that I've got done so quick. But it did take a little bit. I need to see how much seeds are still left in that hop. Let me hop out there and check. Wow, these are half full. I didn't need to use that whole pallet. Ooh, I thought if there was a little bit. Man. Alright, well, looks like I got some work to do. I've got to figure out how to take these hoppers off. Maybe I can bag it up a little bit. So, yay me. Alright, I guess I'll get back to you. You can tell. It did have section control on it. And you can tell where it didn't run over there very much. So, all right, I'll get back with you in a little bit. Well, there they are. Got all the seeds. What little bit? Well, except for what I dropped on the ground down there. Yeah. So, dummy me got rid of the bags, threw them away. So I didn't have anything to put the seeds back into. So I called down to the Tractor Supply. He had a Pro Box down there, a few of them. He let me borrow this one. I know it's probably an expensive lesson. I've been thinking about trying to keep the seed. Do I keep it for next year? Will they rot? Will they be any good? It's not like I really don't have a dry place to put them. I mean, that's not dry at all. And of course, the other barn's not dry. So eventually the moisture would get to them. They'd swell up and then eventually they would start to rot. And if you guys, anybody knows anything about rotten beans, you know you don't want those on your farm. Holy cow, they stink. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this back down to the Tractor Supply and just donate them to the next farmer if somebody wants to do a test plot or something like that. So lesson learned. A little bit expensive. Won't do that again. Don't throw all the bags in there. Probably fill the hoppers up halfway and then see how far I get and then go from there. So, but I know the drone's about dead and I just, this is the last battery for my GoPro. So, I may end it there, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I'm probably going to go ahead and cut that other field over there and get it ready because I'd like to TED in the morning and see what we can do. I doubt we'll be bailing tomorrow night, but worst case scenario, the next day. So, but I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I appreciate you watching. It's been a pleasure. Things are kind of moving along, diversifying my income in a way. And I got to think about fertilize and herbicide or, maybe a weed or maybe a small cultivator or something that I can go through and weed in that corn as long as it's not going to snap the corn off. But anyways, I've said it twice before. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.